you have now built a very good foundation to revive the ANC, to wake the ANC up in the Free State. There was a time when the branches of the ANC, you yourselves as members said, conference, the 55th conference, many, if not all your branches did meet, you held your meetings, and that to me showed the beginning signs of the revival and the renewal. Yena ya rona e a tsoha jwale mona Freistata. Conference ena e bontsha hantle hore ka nnete ANC e eme ka maoto ebile e a tsoha and e tlo tsoha ba rata kapa ba education. A number 3 of your regions must still hold their conferences, and I have no doubt that beyond this provincial conference and on the back of the national conference, build the branches of the ANC and make them alive. And this conference, comrades, is about the people of the Free State. It's not about you. The people of the Free State, as the conference was going on, ne ke le shebile ke le tadimile hantle ke le sheba sefatlo le sefatlo ke batlo bona hore ana le serious na ka renewal. Ke bone hore bongata ba lona, if the leadership you have elected le kgethile baetapele ba ikemiseditseng ka renewal, ke baetapele bana ba tla isa mosebetsi wa renewal pele. That is well placed, that will be able to take the ANC renewal project forward. So I do thank you, and I think your conference is a watershed moment. It's a milestone moment. Hey. The 55th National Conference, comrades, reaffirmed the primary role and intent to better the life of our people. And Lilona, as you are meeting here as a conference, you need to be affirming that this is precisely why the ANC exists for our people. This is the objective that calls on all of us to accelerate and to deepen the transformation of the lives of our people here in the Free State. Our people, a leadership that will be a change agent, that will change things. One of the Free State being the center which we should say everything should revolve. Now it's where the ANC must show real life. It must show where it exists for the ANC here in the Free State. The NEC declared 2023 as the year of decisive action to advance our people's interests and to renew our movement. Conference that movement, a strong, vibrant, and united movement is crucial for us to see success of the National Democratic Revolution. And in the January 8th statement, and now beyond this conference, that is precisely what each one of us must now go back to our branches and to go and rebuild the ANC. And I will say, yes, there was top 5, but that contestation in the end has culminated with these leaders. All of us must now rally behind this leadership. Everybody must unite behind this leadership. As I was listening to the TV broadcast, I heard others who walked out of this conference. A few issues, the delegates. They said, no, there were supposed to be 650 delegates. In the end, there were additional 7 delegates. And for that reason, they are going to court. Ukaya court for 7 delegates. No, comrades, ka 1994, we held the first democratic elections in our country. And we won all the provinces. Shell House. Bari, we think we won the elections. But in the end, we have been robbed. Comrade Madiba comrades, the outcome of this election. And all of us unite so that we can move forward. And the leadership of KZN said, that is exactly what we are going to do. Now, I want to say to the comrades who may be dissatisfied, comrades, let the Free State once and for all let us accept ANC. Because if we continue to have squabbles amongst us, we weaken the ANC. The people of the Free State will walk away from us. We must tell ourselves we are uniting because we want to improve the lives of our people. It must not be about us. It must be about the people of the Free State. Actions leads to some succeeding, some not succeeding. And we have always said, after a leadership is elected, the tradition in the ANC has always been, because what is important is the ANC and not our Tosena, Taumatela di Cantol. Resebetse more. So that the ANC, after all these years, mo no wetsa hala bohlaswa, mo no wetsa hala dintho tse tsileng tseleng, re ahe ANC hape, re khutlisetse mo e tlameileng hore be teng. And we can only do that if we unite and remain united as the African National Congress in the Free State and nationally, of course, beyond this conference. So my call to all outcome, and let us also accept the outcome that is now going to happen as you elect your other leaders who are going to work with the top 5 leaders. Leadership at all levels must. So to these leaders and those who are going to be additional members, I say, your task must be to unite everyone. Comrade Dukwana, leskara hale khetilo tjena. Lona belipona hore ke lona batho fela who were not walking with you to this end. Unite them and bring the ANC together. Now I have taken that as my main task, to unite the African National Congress, the members of the ANC together, because when we do that, then we are able to bring our people together. The ANC is then able to unite all the people of South Africa, because that is, we as the ANC must make it our task to attract progressive people of all classes, of all races, of all faiths, and all cultures in the ANC. In our leadership and in our public representatives and deployees as well. This is something that we need to take up seriously as the African National Congress. And I throw in racial organization. And within our ranks, we must also have the people of our country must feel that they are also represented in the African National Congress. And we must therefore aspect of our character, which is a non-sexist organization, and we must be able to remain true. Today, we've got 3 men and 2 women in the leadership of the top 5. That is a great representing the non-sexist character of the African National Congress. That is important. The important thing, comrades, is that as we do all this to the people of South Africa, the national chairperson spoke about our value proposition. What is it? What is it that we have to offer? We must demonstrate to the people of South Africa that we have our principles to offer. United ANC, they must see an ANC that is representative of them in terms of representation, but they must also see an ANC that adheres to the best principles, the best. Now that we are reviving the ANC in this province, we must also be programs that are going to demonstrate to our people who can be so alive that they take up the struggles of our people. They must demonstrate through our various representatives, do take up the struggles of our people, and we take up concrete programs. And this is where every branch must have a program. Every branch must be able to take up programs. It must have structure, be it policing forums, be it school-related programs where we work with school governing bodies, be it looking after the interests of our people and also service delivery. And hore branchi bonahale hore ya phela, it must have concrete programs. Our members, our leaders at branch level must be continuously engaged with the lives of our people. Precisely what Comrade taking up the issues that affect our people. This is what an ANC branch is supposed to do. So as we rebuild the ANC, this is precisely what we must now do. Then we don't have idle hands. That is when we are able to be busy all the time to serve our people, caring for the people of our country. Now, if there ever was a time for us to demonstrate that, this is the time when we should do so, when we renew the African National Congress here, various tasks that we were supposed to take up. As local government, our local government structures here in the Free State, almost all of them have not heard very positively about. Yes, there are pockets where our local government structures are being rebuilt, but we want to see a wholesome process here in the Free State where we begin to structures. Our local government focuses on serving the people of our country, of our towns, and where service delivery becomes something that we focus our attention on. Because our people cannot sewage water just flowing in their roads. They cannot continue living with the issues of service delivery as they have been going on. Now, currently, we have energy challenges. Eskom's historically inadequate maintenance and delayed investment in building new power stations is the main cause of why we are where we are. We're having load shedding, making the people of South Africa frustrated, and it's negatively impacting on the livelihoods of our people, on the health of our people, on the food production in our country, and many people are reporting that their businesses are failing because of load shedding. Now, the problems that have given rise to where we are, that we now need to add capacity. Maintenance was stopped on our power stations. And the power is like your vehicle. If you have a vehicle and you don't send it to service and you don't maintain it, it will break at some point. And this is exactly where we are. As I have said, even in addresses to the nation, is short of 6,000 megawatts. And we've been working very hard. We've put in place an action plan which I announced last year in July. And the process of adding more capacity energy has been underway. And I said as early as 2019 that we need to embark on emergency power. And that was initiated, and the process got started, and then it got interrupted. A number of challenges to that. That is now trapped in legal processes. But notwithstanding that, we have now been making a great deal of progress in unlocking the various regulations, remove all those logjams so that power can be brought onto the grid. And unfortunately, building a power station, adding more capacity takes time. In a great deal of hurry, after we had lost time from 1998, and when we really finally woke up to the reality that the increased population and the growing economy in our country is going to require more energy, manage everything internally. And it became a great deal of hurry, and in the end, we've had to pay almost double for each of the 2 mega power stations that we've built. And now there were design flaws. So it's been a combination of a number of issues that have brought us where we are. But what we are doing is to address the problem, to reduce load shedding, is what has made our people very angry. It has made our people very frustrated, and I understand that. And I do take that in and say, yes, it should never have of load shedding with the various interventions that we're putting in place. The interventions that I announced in July are interventions that are now being worked on. They're taking effect. We are now going to be ensuring in Gerikwa and Ankerlek, where we can get more power, more megawatts to be brought onto the system, whilst those power stations that have been taken out for maintenance have enough power. We're also now purchasing power from countries, nearby countries that have more energy, more megawatts. We're bringing that in. We're also going to companies that have installed more capacity. And we are also bringing in experts, engineers that had either left Eskom, that are scattered all over. We've made a call that they should come back, they should come into Eskom, ahead, of course, with restructuring Eskom itself, so that we reposition it so that other countries. Now, of course, as we all want to increase the tariff by 18%, which adds to the frustration that our people are having right now. And we have listened to our people. I have the trade unions, religious leaders, traditional leaders, yes, indeed, as well as community-based organizations. Now, all of them have come forward with really good suggestions, and I say a lot, because the various role players that we've been talking to have come up with a lot of suggestions. And some of the suggestions are suggestions that we want to work on. For instance, on rooftop solar panels over the country. Let us install those. We did talk about that earlier, and Treasury has been finalizing precisely how we can have solar panels installed and how our people can be supported. And we are looking at this issue of the tariff. I have personally said to ESCOM, it will be an injury to our people if we implement this 18%. And so the ESCOM board is going to discuss that, because the tariff was decided on by an independent agency, which is NERSA, at the request, yes, of ESCOM, because ESCOM needs the finance. Proposal to the ESCOM board that let us put this in suspense, because it will not be fair to impose a tariff on our people whilst there is the load shedding that we are going through. We recognize and see the hardships that our people are going through. We are alive to those hardships, and we are doing everything we can to resolve this. And there will be a number of other initiatives that various role players that we consulted also made a number of suggestions with regard to the municipal debt. Our municipalities owe ESCOM almost 65 billion for our country. And they've come up with a number of proposals that we should embark on a number of campaigns so that we can get this problem solved, and also encourage our people to pay. It has a very big impact on the economy of our country. The National Conference resolved that we now need to focus more attention on job creation. Job creation to make sure leaving out those, as I said at the rally here, who are 35 and above. Because sometimes we focus only on the very young ones and not focus on those who are 35 and above. So we have to be taking decisive here in the Free State. We can capitalize on some of your endowments. And as a province, you have a number of endowments. The other time, pleasant surprise to us, we found the free energy sources that can revolutionize our economy as well. The Northern Cape has the sun, you have helium. And through the discovery of helium here in the Free State, we can one of the areas where we can turn that into down now, and now we are finding others. Agriculture is another area of our country. We don't have enough black people in the maize production of our country, and the Free State can play a key role. COVID, we were able to give support to more than 140,000 farmers by giving them vouchers. And some of them were here in the Free State. And I've said to the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Farmers, so that our farmers must really advance and be able to produce food which we can also export. Coming to local government, Comrade Mac Maharaj at our national conference as we were closing raised a very important aspect in a very positive way. As a veteran of our movement, he said, we've got many medium-term and long-term. And he suggested that we should choose those areas where we can make a great impact. And this is precisely what I want to say to the leadership here as well. Let us the lives of our people. And if we do that, ke hona batho ba tla bonang hore ka nnete re le ANC re ikemiseditse ho ba sebeletsa. Ha ba bona re kwala the potholes places, then our people will take notice. They will say, these people are now serious. Ba etsa mosebetsi o ba tlameileng hore ba o etse. And this is precisely what we need to focus on. Re tso ba ikemiseditseng hore ba be mashodu. Ka hobane bo masepaleng ba rona ho na le mashodu bao ba emetseng fela hore di-tender tsena tse tswang bona ba nke ba itseng mona ba capturilweng ba bang ba captura ke di-top 6 ke utlwile ho thwe ho na le top 6 e capturileng masepala o mong hona mona Freystata. Ntho tseno re di tlamehile hore di fele our people and not to enrich certain people ba fumanang di-tender. And re fumana hore le bao ba fumanang di-tender they overprice. O bane hore ntho R1,000 ntho eno e tlamehile hore e fele. And ke rona ba tlamehile hore re fetse ka hobane ditjhelete tseno di tlamehile hore di sebeletse setjhaba. So the new leadership here must place improving amongst their immediate and urgent priorities. The conference, the 55th conference, directed us to take decisive action to strengthen government and to strengthen local government corruption and make sure that those who want to continue with criminal activities in our municipalities, in our government, must be dealt with very, very seriously. We need to deal with crime because crime has become so rife in our country, and we must make sure that our police serve our people and we are listening forums. And if we do that, comrades, we will. Boetapele bona bo kgethilweng le lona ha le tshwere conference ena for the Free State. I want you to take it as a change moment. Ke hona mona Freystata must demonstrate to the entire architecture of the ANC in the country, where the ANC was founded. I want you to rise and shine and show all the other provinces, hore lona le le Freystata, you are where the ANC was born and the ANC is revived. This is the task that you have as the Free State. Naga neti ke lakatsa hore Freystata, you must rise and shine. You must rise at hulela morao ka o sa sebetsa more. Lona le ANC ya Freystata, you will show all of us that you have arrived. You have arrived. This conference, live up to that. Amandla. Amandla. Forward with the Free State, forward. Forward with the Free State, forward. Amandla. Ke a leboha.
Mandla, Matla, comrades.